If you're building a side hustle or just at the beginning and wanting to quit your 9-to-5 job, trust me, this video is for you. Hi, my name is Supernova Jazz, and I left my 9-to-5 job to build my dream life and to build my dream social media agency. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly how I left my job and how you can do this as well, because if I can do it, you can do it. So I was a project manager for a remote company. Yes, you guys think that being remote for any 9-to-5 is good, and Jazz, well, it was remote. Like, what are you complaining about? If it's not your dream, if it's not something you've built, eventually you're going to burn out. So I was a project manager, and before that, I was doing my own events part-time, but also a server at Cheesecake Factory, okay? So I've been hustling, trying to make things happen, got a 9-to-5, something I can really learn from being in an agency setting. I realized that I was building someone else's dream. Don't ever live your life building someone else's dream, because whether it's a corporate company and it's remote and comfortable, or whether you're clocking it at Target or clocking in at Cheesecake and it's good fast money, you're still building someone else's dream. You're still building that CEO's life. And over here, we are the CEO of our life. So mind you, I was working a 9-to-5, and I was also still building my brand as Supernova Jazz, the influencer, right? The content creator, and building Social Nova Marketing, the agency, okay? The group that helps clientele run their own social platforms. I was given an opportunity to make commission and sales for this agency. The percentage I was given was 3%. Okay, so while I'm building my agency, the 9-to-5 job is saying, well, Jazz, if you bring us more business, we'll give you 3%. What is 3% of $1? Tell me, class. That is 3 cents. You could keep your 2 cents, and I'll take the extra penny and go build it myself and quadruple that penny and make something of my own, right? So the audacity really pushed me to still work those 12-hour days, to still work the weekends. I told myself I'm working every single day until I catch a break. And that break does eventually come in. Not only are you manifesting, you apply inspired action with the vision, and if you are doing that every day, you're planting the seed and you're eventually living the lifestyle you wanted to manifest. It really just took that first client to set me to the next level. After getting my packages together, after building my foundation, you have to be able to show people what you're selling. And if you're just selling something and you're explaining it to them and you can't really make it easy for someone to opt in, then you are 9 times out of 10 gonna lose that person to someone that already has a system set in place for them to just say, okay, here's my money, dee. I got my first client with being in a mentorship program. You don't wanna buy a course, I'm not telling you to. I've done that too and gotten some nuggets out of that as well. There's been many things where I've invested into the vision of going 9-to-5 that I knew that, like, listen, as I have this 9-to-5, I'll spend the money on all this different information so I can really solidify myself. Mind you, I was still content creating, modeling, doing YouTube videos for the past 7 years. But it wasn't until this last year that I really set it straight for myself. Like, listen, something's gotta give. You gotta leave this 9-to-5. At one moment, I wanted to work for an agency. I got that, right? It served itself. And now I'm ready to go and work for myself. So that reinvesting in my knowledge, reinvesting in my brand, I've also outsourced, brought on, VAs. I've also brought on my mom to do some very minuscule tasks, still paid her. So after I gave my first client, after I set up my packages, I priced it at a very good number, because one thing I've learned in the past 7 years of doing all these single projects, okay, if you're a brokepreneur, that's what I was. I was a brokepreneur building hobbies. If you're a gigger, like if you're someone who's like, oh, here's a gig, you're gonna always be taking a gig. But when you have a business and people are coming to you with thousands of dollars, 4-figure packages instead of, the 3-figure package you're putting in your mind, then they value you because they value what they're investing in you. Before then, I have done consulting. I was doing coaching. I was doing maybe smaller packages. I was shooting myself low, $300, $400. I'll make this video for you and I'll post for you. You're their social media manager. For $300, $400 packages, it doesn't equate. So once I got that first client from my mentor, I put in my heart and soul into it, and she referred me to someone else. And not only that, but I was also outreaching on LinkedIn, Indeed. It's a lot of applying, right? But when you have a really set up resume with good keyword research, if you're getting a client through a search engine application, they're gonna use a keyword system. So it does apply time. Please know that as you're in your 9 to 5, you're really probably gonna be getting up, maybe doing 2 hours in the morning, maybe even while you're walking on the treadmill and you're like engaging, doing something. 7 to 7, that's 12 hours. I would say 7 to 7, because by 7 o'clock I'm like burnt out. But even when I go back onto the couch, I was still working and being diligent because I wanted it so bad. And I knew with my passion and applying pressure every single day, there was something that was bound to break. So the lessons I've learned, like I told you guys, is making sure that I have high ticket items, those packages for full social media management. My UGC portfolio also increased. While I was getting UGC gigs here and there, they were good numbers because I knew UGC, even though there's a lot of people that do, wasn't full-time for me. It was a social media agency that I was really building full-time. The discipline of working from 7 to 7 really got me through. Like, that was the lesson. When I tell you guys that I had to leave a relationship because it was getting in the way of my dream life, I got rid of that relationship because I knew I was so close to working for myself. I was so close to getting all these things. All this love was coming in that I knew that I had to get rid of the relationship. So there's a lot of discipline, and I'm not telling you to do that for yourself. That's a whole nother video. If you guys want to know about that, please comment below, because nobody talks about the discipline you have to make hard decisions to make sure the dream life happens. It's like number one. And it's number one because you know what it's gonna do for you and your current family, your future family. Like, it's generational wealth what you're building here, okay? Fuck just quitting your 9 to 5. This is generational wealth. It's been an emotional journey as well. If you are new here, I'm your favorite manifesting entrepreneur. I've got big background in reading the stars. The connection is still there, even though I don't speak about it. I still know that this is an emotional journey. I'm feeling my way through every single failure, every single, well, I don't know, I gotta figure it out. Every single moment of like, well, this feels good, but I can't celebrate too long because I gotta go on to the next task. It's emotional, and you have to make sure that you are protecting that emotional journey and you're facing it from a clear state. So when I was in a toxic relationship, I couldn't really face the emotional journey from just myself. I was taking on other people's emotions as well. The last thing I learned is that mentorship, community building, constantly talking to people, being in the DMs, taking the time to really build with people online is like 50%. The content is 30% still, and then the product is that last 20%. If you're a service-based business, you are the product. So this is how I left my 9 to 5 job, how I even kind of went from serving tables, being a brokepreneur, being a gig type of person, that I deserve to build a business and look at myself as a businesswoman. And now that I'm ready, as soon as I was ready, everything changed within literally 6 months. Because between February and July, I got my first big client that really set me to the next level and showed me what I was capable of. And from July to September, I got my second big client. And from like September to November, I got another one. So honestly, working from 7 to 7, it will literally set you apart from everybody else. And those are my final thoughts. Guys, go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you've made it this far. I wanted to keep this video short and sweet, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.